Looks like the fifth commissioner of the NBA, Adam Silver, won't be able to make it to the finals this year. He's being held back by certain health and safety protocols, which we'll dive into in today's video. Since he won't be able to hand over the trophy to this season's champions, we're expecting to see the deputy commissioner, Mark Tatum, do the honors. Let's get into the details of all these events now.
But first, a reminder about our brand new giveaway. We're giving away a PS5 with a copy of NBA 2K22 and Madden 22. All you have to do is watch the full video, leave a like, comment the keyword hidden in the video, and make sure you're subscribed. It's that simple.
First up, Silver's absence at the 6th NBA game. By now, all NBA fans know that Adam Silver was nowhere to be seen in the 5th game of the season. Obviously, his absence from the game raised concerns because it was the first time Silver missed a game. He's the commissioner, and his presence at the games really bears significance. So when he's not there are definite questions about him missing a game. The news came out a little later that Silver couldn't be at the game in light of NBA's health and safety protocols. We're not sure if Silver tested positive for COVID-19 because the team didn't make any such announcement. As of now, we're all in the dark about these health concerns. It's possible Silver might have contracted COVID from someone and is under quarantine at the moment. That's the most logical conclusion to jump to in these times. It's being speculated that he might not have COVID itself, but he's practicing isolation because he might have to come into close contact with someone else who had the disease. It's a good thing Silver's taking precautions and being responsible, but fans were bummed not to see him at the finals, and it looks like Silver himself isn't too happy with how events unfolded. Talking to ESPN's Adrian Wojnarowski, Silver described the situation he was stuck in as lousy timing. Well, there's not much to say. We hope he's able to clear protocols and return back with better health. Who's going to hand the trophy then? Silver's absence raised a lot of questions, and one of them was a pretty obvious one. If the commissioner's not there to hand over the trophy to the winners, then who will in his place? The responsibility of handing the Larry O'Brien trophy fell on the shoulders of Mark Tatum, the league's deputy commissioner. Of course, he's the one to fulfill Silver's usual responsibilities in his absence. Mark's not quite unknown to NBA fans, since he's the one who announced the second-round picks for NBA drafts of this season. Since Tatum's been serving as the deputy commissioner as well as the chief operating officer of the league since 2014, he's no stranger to fans who watch and follow all league games regularly. If it's any consolation, Tatum was named one of the most influential minority figures in sports by Forbes back in 2016. Turns out there's no need to worry too much about Silver's absence from the final game because the league's got it all handled. Tatum would be handing over the trophy to whoever wins this year's final. Now the toll of the pandemic on NBA. This pandemic has stirred a lot of trouble for the NBA, and it's got both players and fans irritated ever since it all began back in 2020. But despite all of that, we're proud to admit that the NBA handled everything quite perfectly and followed all rules and regulations to a T. There are no major outbreaks within the league, except for perhaps a few serious cases. Even those didn't raise much concern as all protocols were followed and the health of those involved was given first priority. Steve Kerr, the head coach for the Warriors, when contracted corona, had to miss a total of 3 games in the second-round series where the Golden State had to play against the Memphis Grizzlies. He had to be placed under the same health and safety protocols that Silver's under at the moment. Next, Golden State Warriors versus Boston Celtics. So the Golden Warriors and the Celtics faced each other for the NBA's final game this Thursday. If it had ended in a draw, both of them would have met again in San Francisco on Sunday, but, well, that's not what happened. We saw the Warriors emerge as the victors for this season's final, and there were lots of celebrations and just as many congratulations being passed around. Now, with winning this season, the Warriors have bagged the title championship a total of 4 times in the last 8 seasons. The team's more than happy about their triumph and their dominance. We all know why this means a lot to the Warriors, considering the up and down journey they've been having. This win on Thursday was definitely much needed for them. Some of their key players got injured in the past 3 years. One of these was Thompson, who had to take leave for almost 2.5 years so he could face a full recovery before returning to the team. Frequent roster changes also added salt to their wounds and disturbed their winning momentum. But we all know how fortune favors the brave. The Warriors kept going and didn't give up despite all these hard circumstances. Thompson finally returned to the team this season, and with consistent practice, the Warriors are back in their element. If the Celtics had won the game on Thursday, it would have given them the chance to force a Game 7 and potentially win their 18th championship. In that case, they'd no longer have to be in a tie with the Los Angeles Lakers for the most championships in the league's history. But it wasn't their night at all. The victory was meant for the Warriors, and the spotlight was solely theirs on that momentous night. Celebrating his team's win at the finals, Thompson described the dark days the Warriors had to go through as some of the toughest days for the team. They were their dog days, and a lot of tears were shed, but in the end, it all paid off. A win didn't seem like a possibility, but they killed it in the court on Thursday. Stephen Curry, who was named the MVP of the NBA Finals, described how important this one win means for the team. The Warriors had to face a lot of tough times the past 3 years, but they bounced right back into the league with that win. Curry was right when he said this win hits different, and he gave credit to everyone on the team because there was no one one man behind that victory. It was only possible because they came together and worked with each other to achieve this goal. Now the legacy of Stephen Curry. Curry was awarded the title of MVP at this year's NBA Final, as we've mentioned before. He managed to score a total of 34 points against the Celtics in the final game. His team's success on Thursday resulted in him winning the Larry O'Brien Trophy for the 4th time in his career. Multiple experts and NBA fans are cheering for Curry as one of the top 10 basketball players of all time after this game. It's very hard to not see him as an icon of this generation, considering what a great shooter Curry's proven himself to be. Everyone seems to be in agreement when they claim that he's the one player who has changed basketball after Wilt Chamberlain. We hope to see him add many more achievements under his belt in his career. We think we've covered the basics, so let's dive into some related news. Leonard Miller's withdrawal from NBA. Leonard Miller was recruited by NBA in high school, but recently he's told ESPN how he's planning to withdraw from the NBA draft and sign up with another league program sponsored by NBA. The program is NBA's G League Ignite program. Miller discussed how his decision to withdraw from the draft is a reflection of what he wants to do for his career in the long term. He's looking to improve himself more before rejoining the draft in 2023. Miller intends to focus on what will help him become a better professional player. Next, NBA Draft Week. Everyone knows how important Draft Week is in the NBA. It's when a new wave of players is welcomed on board, and maybe among these players will be future basketball stars waiting to shine on court. The draft's scheduled for 23rd June at 8 p.m. Eastern. The entire thing's going to be broadcast on ESPN, so don't forget to tune in when the time comes. It's basically a yearly event where new talent is recruited. The number of new players is usually 60, but it's been reduced to 58 this year, taking into account the penalties against Miami and Milwaukee. Not all players are drafted, considering the NBA has its set of eligibility rules. Make sure to switch to ESPN on the 23rd to keep yourself in the loop. Lastly, Magic Johnson's investments in SimWin Sports. Magic Johnson, one of the greatest basketball players of all time, seems to be venturing into business deals these days. News has surfaced that he's making investments in SimWin Sports. SimWin's a digital platform for sports fans. It allows fans from different sports to place bets and win NFTs. People are given the opportunity to engage in fantasy sports. It's really intriguing to see Magic Johnson invest in this. Sources claim that he's particularly interested in investing in gaming, sports, and metaverse. That's a wrap for this video. Got any questions related to this season's NBA Final? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next ones.